John Lennon and David Bowie are sharing a drink in a bar. It's not any old bar. In the corner, in the red-hued shadows on the leather sofas, Michael Hutchins is entertaining a transfixed gaggle of gorgeous groupies. On stage, Whitney Houston approaches Ray Charles and whispers in his ear at the piano before taking her place at the mic. We'll not get into whether this joint is up there, down below, or someplace else entirely. Suffice to say, it's exclusive, the VIP bar where world music's legends hang up their headphones and chill out. Not another fucking I Will Always Love You, Lennon says to Bowie, downing his Guinness and turning his back to the stage. Go easy, John, Bowie says. I haven't sung the Laughing Gnome for a while. Another Guinness, John, the barmaid asks. Same again, David. Cheers, Amy, Bowie says in his South London baritone. Time you got up there, fancy a duet? I'd die to see that, Lennon slaps Bowie on the back. Oh yes, the old ones are the best. If I hadn't been a working class hero, I'd have been in Monty Bloody Python. I'm happy behind the bar, Amy says. Reminds me of the days in the Orly Arms. Lennon's attention is taken by a TV behind the bar. Don't take me back to the real world. Is that shit still happening? He points to the X Factor on the screen. Music written by computer, and some ginger kid with an acoustic guitar gets the whole top 10 to himself. Oh, John, trying to put the world to rights again, are we? Y'all end up sounding right jealous, Bab. It's hard watching over them when they've totally disinfected the spirit of rock and roll, Amy, love, Lennon says, slipping out of his transatlantic drawl into a nasal scouse. It's all bland money-making machine. Where's the rebellion, the soul? They're shouting your mouth off to the press, and they're also bloody goody two-shoes. It's one benefit or charity gig after another. And the worst fucking thing is they're all headlined by bloody Paul. Puts both arms above his head. If I have to sit here one more time and watch stadiums doing this to Hey Bloody Jude, to think I had revolution on the other side and now there's a fucking Nazi in the White House. We gotta get out of this place and show them how it's really done. The festival headliner to performance to end them all. Oh no, I'm new here, John, Bowie says, but isn't that against the rules? Not Mr. Rebel anymore, are you? Lennon replies. I've thought about it. Halloween, you know the normal deal. Upstairs lets a few decomposing deadbeats down for a laugh, prance around the zombies and scare the crap out of a few kids who no one will believe. We just put a band together and run after them down the big bright tunnel or whatever. Sort of a band on the run, Bowie says. And Lennon gives Bowie the finger. There's a flaw in your idea, John, Bowie continues. One thing that pisses me off about us carrying on as spirits in the material world is how we have to stay preserved eternally as we were at the moment of our passing. You know how I like to change my image. You still look good, Lennon says. You always wear skinny. I'm not talking about myself. I don't want to cause any offence, John, but you've got some pretty gruesome bullet holes in you. The blood on the glasses is not a great look. And as for some of the other guys who come in here, Kurt's hardly a pretty sight, is he? That'd be the whole point, you know. I'm all about truth, integrity. So what if we go back and shock those fuckers? I've had nearly 40 years of John Lennon, the legend, the saint, the man of peace. If I turn up on stage like this, then maybe people might think John Lennon might have preferred himself not filled with fucking lead. Maybe he'd have wanted to become a grumpy old bastard on talk shows, playing the songs from the new album that no one in the audience bought and sit there counting his fucking royalties. Lennon gestures towards Jimi Hendrix, setting fire to his guitar in the corner. Jimmy there might want to be bouncing his grandchildren on his knee rather than have his flat turned into some sort of tourist shrine. I'll have a wheatgrass and kale smoothie, orders a high-pitched American voice. John, I'm sorry for eavesdropping. Eavesdropping on your plans, but you know I'm the go-to guy for your zombie band gig? Beat it, Michael, Lennon sneers. You don't scare the shit out of anyone, except maybe parents. But all that fucking dance move bullshit. But John, I know there's a huge festival down in the Mojave Desert on the 31st of October. That's perfect. A-list bill. Coast to coast TV. Look, Michael, I'm putting together a band of the baddest, hardest, drinking, drug abusing, rock and roll bastards. And you just ordered a wheatgrass smoothie. but you need to make your band more diverse, Michael Jackson protests. David, have you got Prince's number? Lennon asks. Bowie excuses himself from Lennon's scheme. Count me out, John, I'm barely cold. While Lennon sets out on a recruiting drive in the seedier dives of the rock and roll undead, he hears cacophonous racket from a barely lit cellar bar, but it's got an unmistakable beat. He kicks out at the rats brushing at his ankles, and to check out the rhythm section. It's John Bonzo Bonham on drums and Lemmy from Motorhead on bass. Both of those were scary enough looking bastards while alive, never mind here. A little out of practice himself and being accustomed to a frontman double act, Lennon convinces Freddie Mercury to join the band whilst on a bicycle race. He hangs out in celestial grunge clubs to recruit Kurt Cobain on guitar. Dusty Springfield, Whitney Houston, and Karen Carpenter are enlisted on backing vocals. Halloween approaches, and John Lennon has drilled his band into a slit, tight, kick-ass outfit with a short but incisive set that subverts the bland commercialism of the 21st century corporate entertainment system. Lennon gathers his band. They're hidden in the shadows around the entrance of the time-space vortex that bridges the spirit and material world, ready for its annual opening on the 31st of October. Having reluctantly brought along Michael Jackson for intelligence and choreography purposes, they emerge into the dressing room in the Mojave Desert as Lennon anticipates. One glance from the festival's living headliners at the apparition of undead rock stars is enough to send them fleeing into their limousines and back to their 5-star suites to change their pants. The final act of the Halloween festival starts with the hideous sight of Lennon's zombie band taken to the stage, to the opening chords of Revolution slashed out by Kurt Cobain. Lennon swaggers to the stage to gasps from the audience to announce, "We're going to show you how to rock and roll because you cunts have forgotten how to do it properly!" And as he's about to take lead vocal, he surveys the audience, who instead of getting down with the band, are giving a standing ovation to a bouffant-haired old guy in a red tie and sub-celebrity box. Lennon grabs Michael Jackson, who's moonwalking across the stage by the scruff of the neck. "You brought us through the space-time vortex to a Republican Party fundraiser, you treacherous nonce!" But all is not lost. As Lennon starts his anthemic number, the fat old guy in the expensive suit collapses to the floor with a bunch of Secret Service agents in suits flocking around him, pulling a defibrillator out of a briefcase. Later, back in the bar of undead rock stars, Lennon sitting on his own in a booth, nursing an almighty hangover. Bowie wanders over. "John, don't feel too bad about it. I know your message was deleted, but the world's a better place after that blow-dry nut job got sent to the other side during the gig." "Yeah, it's better for him. But guess who bribed the big guy upstairs so he can go wherever the hell he likes now he's transitioned," Lennon replies. The bar door opens, and out strides an familiar orange-faced, arm-waving narcissist. "Amy, hit the tattoos. You're fired!"